Good morning. I am Michelle, and I'm going to be leading meditation this morning. And I am coming from a place of not knowing. The Spirit is working through, and as I get in touch with the truth of who we are. And yes, I'm going to invite you to join me in that place of not knowing, as I'm going to do a stepping down meditation today to see what messages, what guidance is there for us. So I invite you to get present, to feel the floor supporting you, pushing back on your feet. Feel the chair supporting your weight, and just relax. You are being supported in this now moment. Any worries, any doubts, any fears, you can let them go. You are not alone. Yes, and I invite you to put your attention on your breath. We're going to do a stepping down meditation. I'll count from 10 to 0. When we get to 0, I'll leave you in the silence to be open to whatever message, whatever connection your soul wants to make, whatever guidance, whatever it is you're needing in this now moment. You will be open and receptive to hearing. As we open ourselves to unseen forces surrounding the throne of power, beauty, and might, we throw about ourselves protection found in the thought of the Christ. And I invite you just to see yourself being enveloped in white light like a caterpillar in a cocoon, supported, loved, and through the process, transformed. 10, 9, feel yourself beginning to show up. All the chatter, all the thoughts, all the words begin to get quiet. 8, 7, feel yourself going down deeper and deeper into a state of deep relaxation. 6, 5. You can imagine yourself walking down a mountain or walking down a flight of stairs just as you let go and go deeper. And we set the intention that by the next time we meditate and do a stepping down, by the time we get to 5, we'll be as deep as we would have been at 0. So we'll just keep going down deeper and deeper. 4, 3. When we get to 0, I'll leave you in the silence. Be connected to all that is, to the truth of your being, to be open and receptive to what is yours to hear today. 2, 1, and 0 in the silence. As you sit in the silence, if your mind starts to wander, and just count backwards from 5 to 0 and just let go so you can return to the silence. We give thanks for this opportunity to go into the silence to receive what is ours to hear. I will walk you back up to 10, and then before I ring the bell, I will give you time to write whatever it was you heard. As we give thanks, 0, 1. Returning to this now moment, we bring with us the wisdom and the connection. 2, 3. Just feel yourself slowly coming back into this now moment. 4, 5. Bring the peace, connection, the love, and the wisdom with you. As we state the intention that it'll be with us throughout our daily expression. 6, 7. When we get to 10, you'll be completely back, and yet still remembering what was shared, so that you may write what you're being guided in the gift that you're receiving. 8, 9, and 10. Thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you all. And I invite you to join us for 10 minutes gathering as we prepare for service and enjoy service. Have an awesome week.
Okay, too. morning, Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living. Hey! You guys awake? No. Prove it. Mike's not everybody. Mike's got it. Okay. Is it a turn on? Yeah, bud. No. Hit the button. Here we go. Is that it? Nope. It's flashing now. It's on. I think. Hello, hello. Good morning, Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living. Good morning. All right, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad at all. My name's Brian Kurtz. My pronouns are he and him, and I'm grateful for everybody joining us here today in person and online. Thank you very much. If you're joining online, you can click on the closed captioning if you need some assistance there. Together, we are transforming our world with the power of love in action. And we've got a whole bunch of folks being love in action today. Susan Clark is going to be our musical inspiration today. Jennifer and Cheryl Ray are running tech to make sure all that goes well. I want to thank Carol Ann for being a greeter today. Denise was getting trained in the bookstore with Gilbert today. Thank you, Denise, for hopping into that team. And we've got, let's see, Nancy, are you holding space today? No, but I can. You can, so I'm going to say Nancy is going to hold space today along with Dr. Michelle and Carmela. And Dr. Michelle Coleman also led a meditation today. And Talia is going to be leading us in our opening prayer and the reading for the day. And Reverend Gill is going to be hosting our celebration and delivering a great message today. Got some announcements. There's a long list of announcements, so I'll apologize in advance if you're ready to get started. First of all, bookstore announcements. I didn't get to these last week because I just said, we're kind of out of time. We're already out of time, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's too important not to mention it. May-June Science of Mind magazine is now 20% off. Get your Science of Mind magazine while supplies last. The Spirit-Bound Bookstore's June Artist of the Month is Lisa Morgan. Lisa's book, Against All Odds, is going to be featured. The book features stories of unwavering determination, courage, and perseverance, just like we kind of all need right now. Lisa's a board-certified music therapist and certified life coach. And as an abuse and trauma survivor herself, she helps others with her unique blend of holistic, energy-based, laser-targeted coaching to navigate through any abuse or trauma. Given what's going on in the world, we probably all have a little taste of that. Gilbert also wanted to make sure that everybody knew that they're still doing scented candle making workshops in the bookstore, in the social hall area. In the social hall, see Gilbert immediately after services. If you can, that would be great. Also, immediately after services is going to be our cookout. And Reverend Gill and I are going to be doing some cooking. I promise we actually know a little bit about what we're doing. We try not to do anything too terrible. I'll try and get a good mixture of medium to medium, well to well, depending on what you prefer. We'll have condiments out there. You will be given tickets, just so you know. $10 will get you a burger or a hot dog and some other stuff, and it's $10 for adults and $5 for kids 10 and under. And you'll get a ticket that's actually double this. You'll get a ticket, tear it off. They'll drop it into a bucket, so you're already entered into the raffle if you only want to get one ticket's worth of chances to get the raffle. And come to see me afterward. I will Sharpie a mark on your ticket to show that you've gotten a burger, and you still will be able to read your number so that you'll know if you win on the raffle. If you want extra burgers, they're $5 a piece. But please try and stay in flow because, we're all just a bunch of volunteers doing the best we can. Let's see.
Okay. In addition, there will be additional tickets available for the raffle at $1 a piece, 7 for $5, 15 for $10. There you go.
Awesome. Do you get that? In case you didn't get that, you can buy extra tickets for $1. You can get 7 tickets for $5 or 15 raffle tickets for $10.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more.
So the reason you want a raffle ticket, see, this is the deal. The reason you want it is because there's a beautiful picture by our own Sue Klump, artist of the century, on metal, a print on metal. and it's quite beautiful, and it's not over there.
It's not
And-
over there because
and-
it's over there so people can see it later.
And 2 other gift certificates will be available for restaurants. So there's a stuff to get, that's the point.
That's good. Thank you. And the reason there's stuff to get is because we're trying to raise money, people. Okay? Now, let me just talk. I just want to talk a minute about this. I know no one wants to hear about fundraising and the congregation needs money and all of that stuff, but we are a science of mind congregation. Our work is grounded in the work of Ernest Holmes. It's all about consciousness. It's all about who you're being about whatever it is, that the universe is going to reflect back to you in 3D, who you're being about whatever it is. Is money tight? Okay. Is that okay? Maybe not as preferred, but you know what? If it's where you are, it's where you are. But nothing changes unless we change. More money doesn't show up unless our wallets open up a little more, and our wallets can open up a little more if who we're being about it is that more money is going to be coming in to fill the wallet so more can come out. It's very simple, but not easy because we got this thing that comes up with all the reasons why it's hard, it's trouble, oh no, what are we going to do? Right? It's just the way our brains work, but you're not your brain, you're the noticer of it. You're not the brain's thoughts, your mind, tuning into divine mind that's always available, and all it's usually missing is our awareness of that fact. So can we please operate with a knowing that we know knowing, as opposed to a hoping it's going to be okay? Because hoping it's going to be okay is saying it's not okay now, which ain't it. Okay? And that's as much of a soapbox as you're going to get from me today, so be thankful. And if you want to prevent me from speaking that on a regular basis, contribute a little more money, and you will shut me up. Well, maybe you won't shut me up, but you know how that goes. Anyway, Spiritual Economics, which is a wonderful book by Eric Butterworth. If you're a Unity person, you probably already know about that. Signs of Mind, maybe, hopefully, but Maria Dion and Marilyn O'Leary are going to be leading a class. It's $99 plus some love offerings during class sessions. But Spiritual Economics is a really powerful thing. You're going to embody greater connection to our beliefs, thoughts, and actions, which source the prosperity in our lives. So this stuff I'm talking about, this course will nail that down for you if you want to do that. I recommend it. 8 Tuesday nights, 5:30 to 8, here. That's June 3rd through July 29th. No class July 8th because it's too close to July the 4th. If you got any more questions, see Marilyn O'Leary or me or your newsletter, because all this stuff is in the newsletter. Let's see. There's more stuff in the newsletter. Again, we've got a ton of stuff happening. I'd like to mention more of it. Charlie Thweet is going to be here. When is that? June the 8th. Guy's good, okay? Great musicians, got a great message. He's like part minister, part song leader, songwriter, brilliant guy, radiating wonderfulness into the universe. And he'll be doing a workshop Sunday afternoon afterward. Please be there for that. Also in the newsletter, we've got some stuff happening with Albuquerque Center for Spiritual Living, which is kind of the mother congregation for pretty much all the CSLs in New Mexico. They've got some stuff going on. Check that out in the newsletter as well. And after services, go see Gilbert. Come see us about food and a burger. And just hang. We've got beef burgers, turkey burgers, veggie burgers, a couple of different types of hot dogs so that everybody's dietary needs can hopefully be met. We're doing the best we can with all of that. And stick around. Help us make a little money, have some fun, and gives you a good reason to just hang out and meet some new people and stuff. Thanks.
So I tried this before service. We're going to see if it works now. One more for good measure. So we move now from a place of outer consciousness to the within. And as we do so, we just allow all of that world outerness to fall away. and move into the center of our beings, that place deep within where all good and love dwells, where we are intimately united with that divine spark that is the one in all that is. It is the one in us that rises when it needs to. And so it is that this one beloved divine spark emanates from the within to the without and takes the form or formlessness that we choose to impart with the divine. And so it is that we open today this service here at the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living and welcome you all with your own divine sparks. Those here in the physical and the non-physical, online, and in all the universes about us. We welcome you and open our arms to you. And as we do, I particularly call in and call forth peace and ease in our lives and in the world at large. And I especially today call out a prayer for love in the mind of Putin and Trump and all beings of power in the world, so that this world is a world of peace and love and ease and oneness and unity and joy. Magnificent. So let your joy and love and peace rise and come forth as we celebrate today our community in service, going forth in love and joy. Aho, and so it is.
Thank you, Talia. If you please stand, we have an opening song. Here we go. I stand for love. I stand for peace. I stand for joy and for release, for what is beautiful and true. I stand for hope. I stand for you. So I will move and I will climb that mountain one step at a time. I won't be swayed, I will not stop until we've made it to the top, where we will stand for love and peace. We'll stand for joy and for release, for what is beautiful and true. We'll stand for hope, we'll stand for you. We'll stand for hope, we'll stand for you. What is beautiful and true. I stand for hope, I stand for you. I stand for hope, I stand for you.
Am I on? Yes, I am. Thank you, Susan. That was wonderful. I have to put on my hat now. I have been in New Mexico almost 3 years, so I'm wearing my official New Mexico hat. Oh, no, is that an official Roswell hat? What was that?
It's like Sally Field.
Is that, yeah, yeah, it's more like the Flying Nun, isn't it? I can't really wear it, though, because it makes me crazy. So I will move it in a moment. Crazier than I already am. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Gil William Olmsted. I'm the senior somebody here. That means I'm the minister in charge, which means it's my fault. So I appreciate you all being here. Last week, who was here last week and listened to Dr. Michelle? Look at that. Okay, so how many of you took her affirmation to heart? I am a divine expression of the one, living my truth in love, connection, and a little bit more that I can't read because my eyes aren't working. So, I am a divine expression of the one. Anybody have anything that came up around that this week? About being a divine expression of the one in the world? I'd just love to hear a word or two about that from anybody that is so moved. Because I watched her talk, and it certainly had a lot to say. Did you have something?
Well, I don't know how inspirational it is. I noticed all week how I wasn't that. And, and had to really sit with that and go, okay, what kind of choice are you going to make here, girl? So that was what my week was like.
So noticing where we don't feel like we are is the way we get to where we need to be, yes? All right, I am the one.
It was a good reminder for me. As it was coming out, I was thinking, well, yeah, that's where we all are. Good reminder, thank you.
I am a divine expression of the one. Now we have one back here. Michael?
Morning, you beautiful people. So, you all know me in this context, and I play well with everyone generally. I don't work so well with people, which is probably why I'm self-employed. But in my discovery of myself, at some point I was diagnosed with ADHD, and haven't really done much about that since age 30 when I was diagnosed. I told Cheryl the other day I have the drive and passion to help people by being an attorney, not necessarily the temperament. I'm not known for my patience. So I've got this friend who I view as Buddha. He's just amazing. He's pure love, pure compassion, pure everything that I would always like to be all the time. So I actually asked Nancy a while ago, and I told this to her, and I said, I don't know if at my core, if I am that way, or if I'm more the jerk that I can be. And so, A, is spirit sometimes a jerk? and B, do I just, it's already there, like we say, right? We already have this. We just have to get in touch with it. So, but that's come up for me a lot recently. Had a conversation with a client on Friday. He told me I was a jerk. I overtalked him, and I didn't help him, of course, by doing that. So it's really hard for me to be more the Buddha than the way I'm thrown, it seems, but it's all the same, right?
Thank you. It's all a divine expression, and we're always getting in touch with that place where the oneness is evident. The oneness feels real to us. So, as a community, a New Thought religious science community, we have some basic tenets that we adhere to. And that is that there is one power in the universe, and that power is known by many names, but it is all still the one power in the universe. Secondly, we know that we are connected to Spirit through our prayer, through our meditation, through our being in community, through all of the things that we do when we do them mindfully. And we also know that our thoughts are creative. So what we think has an effect on what we experience. What we focus on has an effect. And so sometimes we get to remind ourselves and others, well, what is the truth of what's going on? Is what I'm thinking really what's real or not? And we know that everything is either an expression of love or a call for love, meaning everything is love, period. Doesn't always look pretty. Sometimes it looks pretty ugly, but it's still love, because the only essence of the universe is that love. And finally, no matter where we find ourselves and what's going on, we are ultimately whole, perfect, and complete right where we are. That's how we're created. So the journey we're on is to discover ourselves and to be able to offer that into the world, to realize that we have something of value, and every one of us does. And so with that, I want to just say thank you all for being here. If you are new with us today and you would like to acknowledge that, you're free to stand right now. And if you are back with us from being away for a while, we're happy to have you here, and we're going to bless one another and everyone with this blessing to remind us of the truth. So we're going to rub our hands together, and we're going to send the energy out, and we're going to say, we see you. We know who you really are. You are a divine emanation of spirit. You are love and peace and joy showing up on this planet. We love you and appreciate you. Welcome home. Susan?
I'm going to ask you to stand again, if you're able. Stand as you're able. And we're going to do an old favorite here. This is by Eddie Watkins Jr., who's working on a new CD. Woo! You know, I guess I could ask you right now, if you want to do percussion. You see these items on the stage, they're for you. And just grab what looks good to you. I'm going to keep vamping until it looks like we are sufficiently covered. Almost. Almost. Almost there. Marilyn O'Leary, you need something, I think. She says, okay, oh yeah. Take a look at the person next to you. Say God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you, it's interactive. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, from every creed and color, we should reunite Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. What are we doing? We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of, one more time, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Thank you. And you can keep those percussion instruments because we're not done with them yet. I just wanted to let you know.
Okay. So we're going to have a couple of readings today. And the first is from The Science of Mind by, of course, Ernie. And to continue on the theme of unity and multiplicity, he says, the one mind conceives all things. From unity, which is the one, back of all things through the one law, which is the medium of all action, multiplicity is manifested, but the many never contradict the unity of the whole. When we realize that we are dealing with an infinite intelligence and with an infinite law within this intelligence, we see that no limit can be placed upon the creative principle. We should then see that the world of multiplicity is deep-rooted in a universe of unity, that nothing happens by chance, nothing. We live under a government of law, from the vast planetary system to a garden of roses, from the archangel, the Christ, to the saint, and to all of us sinners, through good and what is called evil. We cannot separate life from living, spirit from matter. God is all, God is and isn't everything. And so close is the union of creation with the Creator that it is impossible to say where one begins and the other leaves off. Emerson tells us that nature is spirit reduced to its greatest thinness, and Spinoza says that mind and matter are the same thing, which we know. While Christ proclaimed that the very words he spoke were spirit and life. And that is reading 1. And from Ernie again, but this time in a new design for living. A new unity. In man, we seem to have that point where heaven and earth meet, a place where the spiritual and the physical come together. The intangible spiritual always becomes the tangible in form. But in man, the spiritual retains its identity as both spirit and mind, while at the same time being tangible as physical body. Only in this small way would it be at all possible for what first appears to be small, insignificant, and limited man to comprehend in any way what is larger or greater than he, she is. That thing which is greater than he, she is also what he, she is. Got it? That part can never encompass the whole, but the part recognizes that there is a whole of which it is alike. The mind of man recognizes itself for the greater thing it is. And we move on to the very last reading. And so it is that everyone must love and be loved, or not be fulfilled and happy. For love is the greatest energy in the universe. It is the energy in which we impart ourselves. For we all wish to love and be loved. And without love, there is a certain part of life that can never come to fulfillment. Do we remember some of those dark beings from history? We consider them dark, at least history does. Hannibal, Napoleon. No. Who we remember is Jesus, Buddha, Socrates. We remember the great lovers of the human race. Instinctively, then, love seeks out love. There is no fulfillment without it. And actually, in reality, love is the only final security and unity in the entire universe. And love is the greatest healing power and the only thing that binds us together. And it is the source of unity, which I wish for each of you. And that is our reading for today. Thank you. In stillness, to consider the unity of love.
Thank you, Talia. Okay. I'm here to once again jar you out of your reverie. Who ended up with the wooden cowbell and the stick? So we have such an important job for you. You might notice Kent is not with me today, and so I brought my percussion toys because I really need help on this next song. It's by Sly and the Family Stone, and I'd like for you to sing too. I'm sure you'll remember some of the words, okay? So yeah, grab some more percussion there, because I need it all. And Kent, if you're watching, we love you and we miss you. Remember? Yeah, you can stand if you want. Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is a blue one who can't accept the green one, for living with the fat one, trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Ooh, sha-sha. We got to live together. I am no better, and neither are you. We are the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can't remember what bag I'm in. I am everyday people. the short hair, for being such a rich one that will not help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Ooh, sha-sha. We got to live together. There is a yellow one that can't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks, so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. Ooh, sha-sha. I am everyday people. Oh, thank you.
Am I? Yep, there I am. There I am. Thank you so much. And when was that song written? Do you know?
1967, maybe?
Okay. 68? Interesting.
You went to his concert in 68? Yeah.
Wow, okay. All right, so that's been a while. That's been a while. So 60s were great. 60s were great. This idea of diversity has been around for a little while. This idea that there's an issue with it somehow. So in the 1970s, we had a third grade school teacher by the name of Jane Elliott. And she did the brown eyes, blue eyes experiment. Do you remember that? I remember this because in the 1980s, I was in college, and I learned about it. And basically, she divided her kids up into groups of the blue eyes and the brown eyes. And then she told them that the blue eyes, they weren't as good. They were not as clean. They were not as smart. They were not whatever. And then the brown-eyed kids got to show up to recess and stay longer. They got to go to lunch first. And as the day wore on, she observed how they continued to live into their roles. They lived into their roles. So the brown-eyed kids began to act a little bit, hey, I got it, you don't, right? They were hanging on to their privilege. I get to go to lunch first, you don't. And the other kids actually began to live into the other role. And they began to act out in class, and their normal academics shifted, and all this stuff happened. And she did it again the next day and switched everybody. And guess what? It happened again. It happened again. So, what was that based on? It was based on nothing, right? I mean, there was really nothing there. And, oh my goodness, how did that happen? Sorry. Going back. There it is. So, Haile Selassie, who was the emperor of Ethiopia until the mid-70s, had these words that came from his various speeches, and they were actually then put into the song War by Bob Marley. Until the philosophy which holds one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned, everywhere is war. And until there are no longer first-class and second-class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is no more significance than the color of his eyes, and until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race, there is war. And until that day, The dream of lasting peace, world citizenship, rule of international morality will remain but a fleeting illusion to be pursued, but never attained. Now, everywhere is war. So, Jane Elliott went on to do her experiment and to teach about it at AT&T and IBM and the US Navy and everywhere else in the 1970s and 80s. Everybody wanted to know more about it, to understand it. And here we are today, still, actually pretending that somehow in the last few years, radical people have come up with this idea that we need to get along. That there might be something more to our lives than being different, than putting someone else down. So, walking into this idea today of in living color, this is the first day of Pride Month, and so we don't just discriminate on color. Is somebody calling me? I don't know. So we don't just discriminate on the basis of color. We discriminate on the basis of anything we make up. Anything that we can see that makes someone different. And my gosh, I think because you actually sang it, I could hear all the words. And that's exactly it. Hit on all of it. All the things. And so why is that? Why is that? And what are we resistant to? What are we resistant to? Well, one of the things that I found in here is it is not our differences that divide us. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences. And so when we put people outside the circle, what happens to the circle? It gets smaller. And as it gets smaller, what do you have within a circle that's smaller? You have less of whatever it is you had. You have less resources. You have less possibility. You have less intelligence. You have less thoughts. You have less ideas. You have less of all of it. And the more we struggle to push people out and pull that circle in, the more we create a world that doesn't work for everyone. And I'm thinking that what's happened in part is that we are taught not about unity, but we're taught about uniformity. We're taught to fit in. Figure out how you can do it so that other people will think you're okay. Don't open your mouth and say what's really true. Keep your mouth shut. It's not nice. Don't tell somebody you love them because they're weird and you shouldn't do that. I mean, there's all kinds of messages we've gotten from growing up that we should limit how we express ourselves, and we should limit who we are. And so as we limit who we are, we feel ourselves being pushed in. And there's less of the ability to honor and understand others when we can't understand ourselves, when we can't accept ourselves, when we can't accept the fullness of who we are. So who online or in this room is less than? Nobody's going to raise their hand. That's interesting. Nobody wants to say that. No, we're not. Nobody is. And yet we treat one another that way. We push things out. When certain people are celebrated, others get upset. when somebody comes in with an idea that is totally different, we go, oh, they're weird. That idea is not good because we didn't do it that way. And so we work on creating this sense of uniformity instead of unity, because unity draws us together. Uniformity causes us to come apart. It causes us to push away. It causes us to withdraw, because we have to be something that matches something else. You remember those toys for little kids? Those were fun. You got the little box, and it had a star hole and a square hole and a round hole, and little kids are always trying to fit it in. What do the adults do? Oh, no, honey, it goes over here. It goes over here. Well, if you turn the circle sideways, sometimes you can pop it right through the square hole. It's not a big deal. It's easy. But it's not how we're supposed to do it. That's not the right way. And so we teach right out of kids creativity and the idea that there can be a broad understanding of how life works. There can be broad differences in how people approach things. No, there's minimal ways. There's one way. This is how you do it. You must walk with the crowd. And so I believe we are called to be about unity. We're called to be about embracing everyone. In this month, we're embracing the LGBTQ plus community in particular. We're also embracing any other group. We're embracing those who have lost loved ones. We're embracing those who are of Spanish descent. We're embracing those who are Native American. We're embracing all of them. We're embracing Juneteenth, the ending of slavery in Texas. We're embracing all the different cultures and all the different things that happen. And how do we stand with our arms open for that? And I think it has to do with us loving ourselves enough to know that no one else can take anything from us. It doesn't matter if someone shows up with a new idea or someone shows up and looks different. That doesn't take away from me. That gives me the opportunity to learn something. It gives me the opportunity to see from a new perspective. It gives me the opportunity to have a new friend. Unity is about coming together without becoming uniform, without becoming stuck in there are certain ways. There's right and there's wrong. There's left and there's right. So, the plague of mankind is the fear and rejection of diversity, monotheism, monarchy, monogamy, and in our age, monomedicine. The belief that there is only one right way to live, only one right way to regulate religious, political, sexual, medical affairs is the root cause of the greatest threat to humankind. Members of our own species bent on ensuring our salvation, security, and sanity. So we don't teach here that there is one way to see spirit. We don't teach that there's one religion out there that's definitely wrong. We don't teach that there's any group of people that shouldn't be included. And we truly don't teach that because we don't believe that. That's not our understanding. And what I find for me is each time I come up against something and I find myself somehow having a response, a reaction to somebody who's different and thinking, uh-oh, what's that? Is that I have to go back and go, what's that coming from? What's the threat I'm experiencing? What's the something that's showing up in me that's causing this response? And I have to go back and work with it. I have to walk through the forgiveness process. When I was much younger and had my little church, and I had gone fairly conservative at the time, and I was very much in this idea of being literal with biblical teaching. And I hit a spot where I had a young woman who wanted to work with the kids and have them singing, and she was gay. And that didn't fit. Now, I worked with her parents, everything, there was no issue. But at one point I finally said, I don't think this can work because I think it's not okay. And I've had to deal with that since then because I realized that was a pretty horrible thing to do to a young woman who was offering her services, who was there to serve and love. But that kind of thing is where we get to go, we get to forgive ourselves. We get to release ourselves from what's happened in the past and go, okay, where I may have misstepped in the past, I can step into unity now. I can step into this idea that unity does not require uniformity. You don't have to be like me to be with me. You don't have to be like me to be with me. So I just shared that story with you because it was very real. And none of us is exempt from the possibility that we have overstepped somewhere and either not realized it, had beliefs that we thought were right, whatever it was. And we continue to grow and expand. And so I encourage us all to look at anywhere where it feels like there's somebody you want to push out of your circle. Some group in particular you want to push out of your circle, and just really examine, what is that? Is there a fear? Is there a hurt from some past thing that happened that you've associated with a particular group? And how do we let that go? And how do we realize that our unity is what builds our strength? Our diversity in our unity is what builds our strength. The more we push out, the smaller the circle gets. The more we push out of the circle, the smaller it gets. The more we expand the circle, the more love, the more energy, the more possibility exists within it. And this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Anything that would tell us recently that this has somehow come up over the radical whatever in the last 10 years is BS. It is not true. We've known it forever as human beings, and we've been consciously looking at it for way more than even 50, 60 years. It's been much longer than that. And we are always called as a people to expand. To expand. And so our time is to know that diversity is part of our unity. Diversity is what builds us as a unified space. Unity, not uniformity, must be our aim. We attain unity only through variety. Interesting. So I am just bringing that to us, inviting us to be open to that, to live into that diverse space, and to know that diversity builds and uniformity cuts out. So I'm going to invite practitioners, ministers, those who consider themselves ministers who have been in ministry, those who are licensed unity teacher, all of our people holding space in this room. And we are just holding the space representing the arms of spirit. And as they create this circle, it is a circle that holds us, not a circle that excludes. And so right now we stand in this place of absolute connection, absolute joy, absolute knowing that there is only one. And that each person I encounter, each one that I step into relationship with, is a reflection of me. And that as I accept the different perspectives and the different ways of seeing the world, I am embracing that part of me that I've left behind somewhere. And so I stand in this truth. And I know that we are truly a people of love. That there is joy and hope happening everywhere all the time. That in the midst of those who would denigrate another group of people, bomb them, do whatever it is, kill all kinds of people, that somewhere in that, we have to stand in the knowingness that that is not the truth. That is not the truth of what we're called to be. That we can't be called to point out what's different. We have to be called to point out what's the same. And that takes place when we embrace, when we include all the sides, if you will. That all sides are part of spirit, all perspectives, and we invite them into seeing a larger picture. We invite ourselves into seeing that larger picture, that we might stand in that and demonstrate that to our world. So I know that in spirit there is only love. There is only the grace of perfect, absolute expression. That there is only the opportunity for each one of us to be fully human, to be fully expressed. And that this is the truth of spirit. So we hang on to that. We stand in that. And we give gratitude for it. And in releasing this word, we know that it's already done. That all the words spoken, all the words thought in mind are already done. So we give thanks and say, and so it is. Thank you.
It was powerful. Thank you, Gil. And you can turn my guitar back on and we'll see what's happening. We've got some gremlins in the sound system this morning. We're not sure where they are, but we want them to maybe go someplace else now. Can you hear me? Okay, you can, of course. Away, 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 away. We are one in Spirit. We are one in this world. We are one in the Spirit. Everybody, every soul, everywhere we turn, well, life is gonna change when inside we change and take that journey to the heart. You are my brother and you are my sister, and one of us can live apart. We are one in the Spirit. We are one in this world. We are one in the Spirit. Everybody, every soul, everywhere we turn, involve yourself in. It's time to begin for the healing of this earth. Many small steps here, millions of feet now can carry everybody to rebirth, 'cause we are one in the Spirit. We are one in this world. We are one in the Spirit. Everybody, every soul, everywhere we turn, away, 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 away. La 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 la. We are one in the Spirit. We are one in this world. We are one in the Spirit. Every woman, every man, every boy and girl. So as you take yourself, give back to someone else. All the nations here belong. Tear down illusion, shore up with truth, till you and I, we sing a worldwide song. We are one in the Spirit. We are one in this world. We are one in the Spirit. Every woman, every man, every boy and girl, everyone all around this great big world. We are one in the Spirit. We are one in this world. We are one in the Spirit. We are one in this world. Away, 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 away. Where's that percussion? Way away, away, away. There you are. Away, 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 away. La 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 la. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Get ready to end. Here. Thank you.
All right. All right. So, just grateful that we're here and we have the opportunity to give. Everyone who's given this morning, thank you so much for all that we do. We have a whole group of people that's going to be giving outside a little later with cooking, and hopefully a lot of people will be giving their stomachs for eating, and, you know, it'll be a mutual experience. So right now we get the opportunity to offer our monetary blessings in order to maintain our building, to maintain our space and time and the leadership we have. It costs way more than you'd think. So, way more than I thought. So, I just invite us, if we have a gift with us, we're online, just hold it to your heart. If you don't have anything, just hold your hand symbolically to your heart. And let's bless it here. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. So please, during the music, come forward to the podium if you'd like, or utilize some of the things on the screen, particularly if you're at home. And thank you very much.
We are part of something greater, part of something greater than any one of us could ever be. We are part of something greater, something so much greater than any one of us could ever be. We are all joined together in our hearts, in our minds, and in our souls. We are part of something greater, part of something greater than any one of us could ever be.
So let's just pray together, receiving these gifts, knowing that they are simply a symbol, and yet the energetic love of life flowing into and through this community. And so we give thanks for it, and we honor it, and we bless all those who are giving and receiving in this moment. And so it is. Amen. It is the 1st of June. I had on my silly hat for just a minute. I didn't last long. I didn't bring a hat I could really wear. However, it is birthday Sunday, which means everybody with a birthday in January, in June, is invited to come forward and let us honor you for just a moment. And if, yes, that's you, Nancy, you're at least one of them. Oh, and there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. Oh my good, okay, here we go. Wow.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Okay, so one of the joys of being up here is that you get to tell us your name and say one thing that you are, what's the word I want? Now I lost it. Claiming for your year. One thing you're claiming for your year. So since Roberta's visiting us from out of town, we're blessing her to talk first.
Oh my goodness. Peace and happiness.
All right.
Nancy Bowers, and staying in the oneness.
Liz and happiness.
Allie and love.
Thank you all. Thank you all. We just know that all that they have claimed is what we receive as well. So thank you all. Happy birthday. Have a great month. That was a third of the class up there. All right. Are we on to our song? What are we on? Oh, that one. Okay, so can you come forward and come on. So Talia blessed me with a place to live when I first came here, and so we became somewhere between landlord, friend, and minister, and I don't know what. So anyway, I like to give her a bad time. Thank you. She's gonna say a few words.
Well, what a joy, may I say, it has been to know Gil and Robin and all their family in the time that I was blessed to be with them. And that just was really glorious. And I think some of that gloriousness continues, would you say? I would say. So it's an honor. And so today, part of that gloriousness is here with you all, and in the joy and in the love and in that unity that we have been celebrating throughout this service, and that I hope that you will continue to take with you. And so part of what you can claim for yourselves, as they have for their birthdays, is prayer, your special prayer request. Where we have a prayer box at the back table at the rear of the sanctuary where you can write your prayer request. We also have spiritual practitioners such as Nancy and Carmela and Michelle, who will be glad to sit with you in prayer, I hope, afterwards, and do a 1-minute spiritual mind treatment. I'm laughing at him, he's so cute. If you would like. So, and then afterwards we will gather outdoors as opposed to in the social hall for our picnic with burgers and hot dogs and other. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're going to grill outdoors, and you can be there if you wish to oversee, and then come into the social hall and gather. Anyway, we're going to be together. Just find a crowd. All right. Thank you, and God bless you, and you know, whatever your oneness is that speaks to you, may you take that with you throughout your week. And we look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Thank you.
You know, I'm going to have you stand for our closing song. I want to mention real quick, I'm going to do a short PSA for Solid Grounds Music Cafe. On June 13th, we're having our 1-year celebration of being at this location. So it's kind of a big deal. We have some great entertainment. We have Rodney Bowe with his trio coming in. We have Rev Amani from Albuquerque Center, who's also a wonderful singer. In case you haven't heard her sing, she'll be singing. And we also have Tony Morgan coming in to do a couple songs. And I'm really excited about this. We have Kathy McGill is going to come out and make a very special contribution. She's going to sing a couple songs as well. So mark your calendars, June 13th. Let's fill the place, fill the space, and okay, I'm done. Please and thank you. Please stand. Here we go. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now, right now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Thank you so much. Okay, so in order to keep the line moving, I'm going to pray for the food right now, all right? So we're blessing all the food, all the people that have done all the work to make it happen. We just give thanks for it. And as we leave, I'm going to ask you to repeat this affirmation. I am love always. I am love always. Okay, one more time. I am love always. Have a great week. See you.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. two. Two in love can make it shake my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. It's all about love. Love. It's all about love. Love, 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 love. That's all you need to know. Love, love, love. I have a lot here to show. Love is more than just a game for two. Anyone can play along, and so can you. Oh, two in love can make it, but three's even better, four's even better, five's better, six is better,